Hey friends, welcome back to Hot News. It's a day of Maven. I'm Professor, Feinberg. I'm Professor Frink from Simpsons today, apparently. Let's go ahead and talk about where you should go if you're trying to save money on the internet for your tech deals, UFD deals, UFD.tech. We have the latest deals on all of the hot top products that are out on the internet, making sure that you save money. So check it out, UFD.tech. Save money on your next computer purchase, computer parts purchase. And let's go ahead and talk about the next generation of computer parts. It's Intel's 5-core CPU. Yes, my friends, I said 5 cores because there's a 3D Mark entry showing off an Intel 3.1 gigahertz stock clock, 3.166 megahertz boost clock, 5-core, 5-thread processor. What is this? What does this mean? Well, the good news of what people are suspecting is that this is actually Intel's Foveros technology making its way onto a benchmark database. And in case you're not familiar with Foveros, it's Intel's 3D chip stacking technology that allows you to put all of the requirements for a chip in one little package. You can have CPU, GPU, RAM, all in one little die. You slap it on there and it's all 3D stacked. And it appears that not only is Intel's Lakefield project, which is what this is supposed to be, something that was conceptually pitched earlier this year or last year, I can't remember my timeline. Anyways, it's not only just been pitched, but they're actually developing it and testing it out actively, so it's showing up in 3D Mark, which is quite cool. We'll see if this comes out. 10 nanometer stuff is always tricky with Intel as of late, but we'll see where it goes and how it does. But 5 cores, it's the future. 5. I don't know why it has to be 5, it just is, okay? Accept life the way it is. Do you 3D stack chips? No, so you can deal with a 5-core. I can't. It triggers me a little bit. 4 or 6. I don't even like 6. I don't know why. 6 cores feels weird to me. Like I will refuse to use my 8700K just because it has 6 cores. Ugh. First world problems, I suppose. Let's go ahead and talk about Intel's graphic drivers because, in case you don't remember, Intel said way back when that they were going to release integer scaling to their GPU drivers. And then a couple weeks ago, NVIDIA was like, haha, Gamescom drivers, integer scaling, suck it, Intel. Well, now that Ice Lake is available from Intel, they've also released their drivers to support integer scaling, and now it's just AMD who sucks at supporting old retro games for people who want to play console stuff on a freaking $2,000 PC.
Tried it. It's good.
Reece is happy. Speaking of AMD not bringing out updates, well, they're bringing up a new update. Anyways, words are good for saying news, so let's move on. Yesterday, we talked about how AMD's CPU chips are not hitting the clocks that are stated on the box, and that it's not so bueno. However, in between when we filmed Hot News and when it got released, AMD issued a statement talking about how, in fact, they're going to be releasing a new BIOS that should hopefully fix this, stating that while processor boost frequency is dependent on many variables, including workload, system design, and cooling solution, we have closely reviewed the feedback from our customers and have identified an issue in our firmware that reduces boost frequency in some situations. We are in the process of preparing a BIOS update for our motherboard partners that addresses that issue and includes an additional boost performance optimizations. We'll provide an update on September 10th to the community regarding the availability of the BIOS. So if you want to sue AMD over this, you gotta sue them for the couple months where you didn't have the BIOS update. I don't know. Maybe they'll release it with the support for the 3950X, and that would be when it comes out, because that's supposed to release this month. Fun fact. Whether or not it's going to remains to be seen, especially with the still crippling shortages of the 3900Xs in the world. Anyways, crippling shortage of benchmarks there are not, because Geekbench 5 officially out. In case you wanna test your new CPUs with the new benchmark, pay these people money to compare yourself to other people and feel worse about the system you have and the life you live because you're a disappointment to your parents. Facts. I mean, you're watching Hot News, so how good could your life be? Well, it could be better if you were one of these people who are running the botnet with over 850,000 computers that was using it to mine cryptocurrency. Except for not now, because Avast has shut it down. Yes, the antivirus company said that on August 28th, it was able to shut down a botnet that had tons of computers mining cryptocurrency for it. Not anymore. Go get your crypto monies elsewhere. And you might have to get your fix for self-validation elsewhere than Facebook and Instagram, because Facebook is apparently rolling out a trial right now to hide the amount of likes that a post may have, which is going to be terrible for the influencer economy. It's going to be bad for quite a few people. It's just basically going to hide it so that you can see how many of your mutual friends liked it, and then it'll say, and others, so that you won't know, and so it can fight social media depression, which I don't suffer from, so I guess I'm just gonna judge everybody else who does. You know what Facebook suffers from though? Violating people's privacy without asking. And apparently they're working on it. They're not gonna tag you face in the photos anymore because they're gonna stop scanning photos without permission to tag people's faces in it. It's not going to happen by default anymore, apparently. Friends will still be able to automatically tag you in posts, but Facebook won't scan for your face. It's great, it's lovely. And then in a thing that I thought would give Reece buyer's remorse until I learned more about it, the Logitech MX Master 3 got unveiled with the MX keys as a keyboard companion, which just looks like the Logitech Craft had an incident with a wall. Anyways, the MX Master 3 is an uglier version of the MX Master 2S with horrible aluminum, just kind of... Anyways, it's going to be based on your personal preference. The scroll wheels use magnets now, which is kind of cool, but also, depending on which article I read, people were either loving it or hating it and saying it was worse than the regular MX2 Master S. So, take that for what it will be. You know what else it'll take? Some USB 4, because the certification has been finalized. USB Implementers Forum has agreed on what USB 4 is going to be. It's basically Thunderbolt 3 in a Type-C form factor. It's not that confusing. USB 4 is consolidating all the different standards that are out there and giving it a big group hug. So 40 gigabits per second, Type-C form factor, there you go.
Also known as Thunderbolt 3.
Yeah, it's basically Thunderbolt 3. Which is also in a Type-C form factor, but now it's going to be called USB. Anyways, you know what? You don't have to worry about USB if you have enough money to afford this TV, which is LG's 88-inch 8K OLED TV, has officially gone on sale. Reece, take a guess at the price.
Stupid money.
Just give me a number. American.
$10,000.
$42,000. Ah! That is about as much as the Model 3 Tesla that I want. That is a lot of dinero. But you could buy it. And the certification for 8K has also been standardized on top of this, with the 8K Association unveiling the logo and the frame rates and the illumination and all of that stuff and you're gonna need for it. And they're expecting that the global 8K TV market will go from 309,000 units sold this year to 5 million units sold by 2022. I'm just surprised that people can afford 8K TVs and there's 300,000 of them being sold. Anyways, the resolution is going to be 7680 by 4320. You can have input frame rates of 24, 30, and 60, and then the luminance of the display needs to be more than 600 nits peak luminance, which is okay. And you're supposed to connect to it via HDMI 2.1. So 8K standardized, we should start seeing that coming out soon, and then that can end all of the arguments of why do you produce 8K content when nobody has 8K TVs, herder? Yeah, everybody can justify their red purchases now. And I can justify my purchase of this Lamborghini, which is the first hybrid supercar that they're coming out with, the Cyan. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly. Anyways, 819 horsepower, the fastest or the highest horsepower Lamborghini that's ever been made. Also an electric hybrid. Bam! And in case you want something that's the exact opposite of a super sexy supercar, the Nobe 100 Estonian electric vehicle is here for you, my friends. This three-wheeled thing that looks like it's from the 1950s. Ooh la la! I hate it so much. $30,000 and it's yours. How is it $30,000? Pass. And then in case you're on a Pixel 3a of some kind, which mine is, but it's charging over there. Anyways, they are adding dual SIM standby support to all Pixel 3a's on Android 10. It was unveiled in one of the betas, and now it is officially out in the Android 10 update that came out yesterday. So in case you want to use the regular SIM plus an eSIM, available on your Pixel 3a. And in case you're part of a New Yorker who's been delayed by trains, well, you can probably thank your sweet AirPods for those delays, because the Metro Transit Authority is basically saying, gosh dang AirPods being left on train tracks, so we have to stop these damn trains. Get these mother flipping AirPods off these mother flipping trains.
Why did my brain do this?
I don't know. I think it's the way I structured my sentence. Anyways, it's considering a new PSA to warn AirPod users of not dropping their AirPods on the freaking tracks so it can stop delaying all the dang trains. And you know what else needs to stop? At least according to this Jezebel article. I'm not sure how I got on Jezebel.com during my hot news research, but I dang did. So the title of the article is Stop This Right Now. In case you want to know what you're supposed to stop, it's a pumpkin spice donut with cheesecake filling from Krispy Kreme. Pass. I hate it. Do you hate it? I hate it. And I hate continuing this episode any longer, especially after that Jezebel article. Okay, let's move on to the end. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out UFD Deals if you're trying to save money on tech products across the internet. I'm Brett with the UFD hot news thing that I'm doing right now. I'm done here. Bye. Let me judge people for things they suffer from. That's the mood I'm in.